What is up, everybody? Brett here, long time no see. I'm excited to be back, guys. Today we're going to be playing Death Must Die. If you've never followed the channel before, I've taken a bit of a break. I mean, it's the longest break I've ever taken in terms of making videos for my channel. I'll get into more of that later, why and the who's and the where's and the what fors. But today we have a game that I think is going to be pretty dang fun. For $6-7 on Steam, you can't go wrong. Death Must Die. Developed and published by Realm Archive. It's got a pretty obvious influence from Vampire Survivors and Hades. It's kind of like a mismatch of those two games thrown together. A little bit of Diablo loot style in there. We're going to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and, as always, I'm going to read the description from the Steam page, from the developers themselves. Descend the nether in search of Death himself. Choose from God-given powers to slay his hordes of minions. Unlock new heroes, collect powerful items, and create game-breaking synergies in this roguelike hack-and-slash survivors game. Okay, so the game is fun. It's got a bunch of different mechanics, and it's in early access still. And they said it'd probably take about a year for them to release it. I tweaked the audios. Let me know if it's stuff is at good levels. It's always hard to tell on the first episode especially. But without any further ado, guys, let's jump on in. Also, a little bit of a warning if you're a child. This game, I think, has a little bit of slightly inappropriate sexuality going on with it. Oh, that music is bumping. So this is the House of Death. Let's go. So WASD. I'm pretty sure there's a way to toggle... Yes, okay, it's Q. To toggle the auto attack to make the game even more like Vampire Survivors. And like the 10 other games that also copy Vampire Survivors. The last thing I want is to get carpal tunnel from clicking a billion times, which is mostly what this game is. So, disclosure, I haven't played this yet. I've only watched other people play. Let's go ahead and interact. What does this do? Okay, an increase in spell damage. So there's some incentive.
You're the one Time gave their hourglass to, huh?
This is what I'm talking about, guys. So, if this offends you in any way, feel free to click off. Goddess of Fire.
Well, whatever it is you're doing here, I'm always the first to help mortals, so allow me to lend a hand.
Alright, so obviously this is where the Hades influence comes in. If you guys have never played Hades, you're the son of Hades and you're trying to kill your dad, right? To escape from Tartarus or whatever. And gods appear and help you and give you boons to choose from. It's literally the mechanic ripped from the game of Hades. So, we've got Vengeful Strike, your attacks become stronger and apply burning. We've got Trail of Fire, your dash leaves a path of fire. And we have Flare. Whenever an enemy starts attacking you, there's a chance you shoot out a firebolt against your attacker. These are all cool. This is the starting build. Let's go Vengeful Strike. Now we have a fire sword. Why not? So if you've never played these games before, and we also have a dash here, let's say that right off the bat too. If you've never played these games before, the stuff that the enemies drop, and the enemies never stop coming. Nice, got a little bit of gold here, not sure what to do with that quite yet. Bonfire, extra 3 max HP. The enemies never stop coming. The green orbs, gem-like things that they're dropping, those are experience points. You can see in the bottom center, we've got our experience. We've also got our health bar, 53 health right now.
Oh, I'm Summer, by the way. The goddess of all the hot stuff. Fires, volcanoes, you know it.
Oh my god, guys. So this could potentially be a long tangent. I just got back from Japan, once-in-a-lifetime type trip with my girlfriend. We had an amazing time. On the way there, a volcano in Russia erupted, and we had to divert our flight like 6 hours from Dallas-Fort Worth to outside of Tokyo. And let me tell you guys, there's a huge difference between a 10-hour flight and a 16-hour flight. Oh my god, it was miserable. Anyway, talk more maybe about the Japan trip later. It was such an awesome time. So we can level up Vengeful Strike to essentially, you know, double the DPS bonuses that we're gaining from it. We can get the ability Incineration. Burning enemies leave a fire where they die. I mean, that's great. If it leaves fire on the ground, that's awesome. And then Meteor Shower. How do we not go for Meteor Shower? Meteors fall from the skies, damaging enemies and burning the ground. Let's do that. That's just too sick. I was about to say, if I know Vampire Survivors, and I do, because I played way too much of that game. How many dashes do we have? Oh, I see. These are our dashes, it appears. Bonus 60% experience? Ah, the skeleton says stop it. That's hilarious. And we pick up an item. Do we just walk over it? No, eat a pickup. Got it. What do you do? Nice. And we got a magnet that I guess it's safe to assume, draws experience closer to us. So, Vengeful Strike here, but it's blue. So, like level 2. Trail of Fire. I'm tempted to just get all the abilities just to see what they do. A little bit of invulnerability when we dash. That's nice. I actually didn't know that. Okay, yeah. Let's just get all the abilities, see what they do. So we have these two buffs right now. I'm assuming they're temporary. Otherwise, they're massive buffs. I mean, a 60% bonus. No harm can come to me, so I'm invincible. Got it. For how long? I don't see any effect. I could just be blind. It's always possible. Okay, let's go for more meteor showers. More projectiles, more damage, more burning duration. So there's definitely an inventory. Is it B? Yes. So unlike Vampire Survivors, you can equip like weaponry. So in this case, we're missing out, I guess, on a lot of DPS by not having this. We are Averon, a knight character. Let's see what our DPS was before. Okay, it goes up pretty substantially. A lot of stats. Adept rarity, expert rarity, master, and legend. Okay. No bonuses to our utility just yet. Alright. And we've got gold. We don't know what gold is for yet. And if we go to tab, I believe it was. I checked out the controls before I started playing, just so I wouldn't be a complete dummy when we jumped into the game. And this shows us our skills and I guess our more permanent bonuses. I'm guessing gold is something we spend outside of the battle portion of this game. In whatever home world, hub world there is. Ow, that hurt. Skelly boy hit us. There's going to be a bit of a screen shake element whenever we get hit. Sometimes that makes me like a little motion sick as I'm getting older. If it does the same to you guys, let me know. I can always turn that off. Nice. Bloodthirst for more attack damage. The well. Probably HP regen of some kind. Alright, new enemies. They have a charge attack and a big shield. So what do we have here? Our spell damage is increased with Vehemence. Combust. When you kill a number of burning enemies, an explosion damages and knocks back nearby enemies. That's great. And then Flare again. This seems like an amazing skill or spell once we get all of the different burning things. Let's take it now, just because I think the AoE is going to be valuable. Right now, we're not getting swarmed too much, but we already know we're getting swarmed. God, speaking of motion sickness, we went to Universal Studios in, damn, was it Osaka or Kyoto? I can't remember. I think it was Osaka. And we went on the Harry Potter ride at Hogwarts. Didn't know it was a ride. I thought it was like some kind of tour of a castle, like an imitation Hogwarts castle. Absolutely not. It was the most like nausea-inducing ride I've ever been on in my life. And me and my lady each took a Dramamine before we went on, and we still almost threw up, and we felt bad for the rest of the day. Getting old sucks, man. I used to go on rides like that without even thinking about it. Not anymore. Do we move faster when we're not attacking? Okay, we gotta get out of here, man. These guys explode on death. So we need to really be smart with our dashes now, because we're trapped in this wall. Or is that combustion them exploding from the fire? I don't know. Okay, Breath of Fire is a new one. Every few hits, you breathe fire that damages and burn enemies in front of you. I think that's great. Burning enemies... See, this is also amazing. Let's take Breath of Fire. I just want to see the animations, if I'm being honest. Just want to see what everything looks like. We're supposed to die here, guys. There's no part of this, like, tutorial mission that's happening right now where we survive. Alright, we survived the slime test, I guess. It's like the scene from The Watchmen when Rorschach says, "You're stuck in here with me." Okay, big boy elite. Let's go get him. That was good. We killed the archers. You will not defeat me so easily. Yeah, he was right. We're very slow. I gotta test out the movement. I couldn't quite tell whether or not we were substantially slower while auto-attacking. Like I said, I don't need carpal tunnel from clicking a million times. I'm already writing papers every day as I'm trying to finish up my graduate program. Okay, what do we have here? What goes on? We're in the obvious overworld, but where to now? Oh, look at this dude. Hold on. I see this giant chest. Oh, it's our stash. Okay. This gives us a lot of stuff. So I guess this powerful sword is just trash. If we hit shift, we can compare. Okay. There's probably some way to sell, if I had to guess.
Our hourglass has brought you back.
Like the obliques, obviously working out quite a bit.
Step into the water once more, hero. We cannot follow you, but soon others will come to your aid. Death will stand trial for his transgressions.
I mean, what has Death done? I know he kills mortals, but what has he done to you guys? I don't know what this is. I don't know where I've gone. Back to where I've came from. I mean, we have to explore a little bit, huh? Scenery up here is morbidly beautiful. It's a bunch of black triangles of varying shades, let's be honest. Let's keep it 100, as the kids say nowadays. The irony. The entrance to the underworld on the highest peak. That is definitely ironic. It was a long climb. Glad I brought enough rope. I mean, if you climbed a mountain to the underworld in full plate armor, you are an impressive gentleman. Do I have infinite dashes while I'm here? Of course I do. Anything up there whatsoever? Nope. Alright guys, yeah. Time to head back into the mix. Ooh, descended to the waters of Lake Minnetonka. This time, death. So I'm definitely slower. It's a small amount, but I am slower, which sucks because okay, so now we know wells and stuff. Don't drink those unless you're hurt. I basically just wasted probably like a healing potion.
Hero, I tasked you with defeating death. For this, I reward you with my powers
Now obey.
Alright, this is the Ares knockoff. Got it. Ooh, what do we have here? Rampaging Strike. Your attacks become stronger and knock back enemies. I like that. Blades. Rotating blades spawn away from you, rupturing and damaging enemies as they are pulled back to you. As a melee character, that seems very good. Has a bit of a high cooldown, it looks like. Of course, we don't know what this area means yet. The damage looks good. See, this has like almost 5 to 6 times, 5.5 times the area, right? A long duration doesn't give me the cooldown though. Of Chains of War. It's also an auto cast, just like Blades. Your attack hits have a chance to create a chain that rotates around you. I don't know what rupturing means. If we alt, effect to take 30 damage for every 1 range they move, and 300 damage for every 1 range of knockback. So these must work well together. You get the rupturing pairing with the knockback. This pulls them to you, but this gives you knockback. So you kind of want, there's synergy between all the different spells that the gods offer. Let's look at chains. That sounds sick. Yeah, this is sick. Okay, cool. This is very much like the whip in Vampire Survivors. Let's get greedy. I like it. We're going to pick that up and we're going to go to our inventory. 1 extra life, plus 60 shard pull area, as well as a little bit of armor. Cool. Chase those guys down. So, man. You deal more damage to enemy barriers. That seems a little weak. Rampaging Strike, we definitely want this for bonuses to rupturing, but these chains seem sick. Almost feel like we want to level that up. I wonder if you could get it to a point where it's basically like perma off cooldown, or off cooldown, on cooldown, off. So it's just always triggered. Because it's killing them by themselves. Our auto attack isn't even doing anything. We're not reaching them. So this spell feels a little bit more OP. So them running away is making them take a lot more damage. Nice. Okay.
Chaos would love this. Oh, if only they could see it.
Once again, Trail of Fire, Meteor Shower. The thing about spells like Meteor Shower in the other games of this variety is that, yes, they clear a lot of enemies, but they're only kind of good late game when the entire field of view is covered in enemies, and it just kind of nukes them so that you can get these pockets. Right now, though, it doesn't help very much because half the map, it does seem to have a bit of like an auto-targeting where it does kill dudes. It's visually more fun. This is probably a little bit better for our purposes, and this, we're not even touching dudes right now. What weird phrase, shouldn't say that. Meteor Shower, we'll take it just for the coolness, but I just want you guys to know I don't think it's the best ability. Trail of Fire is probably the move, if I had to guess. It kind of sets us up in this weird position where our best forms of damage come from our dash and an auto cast ability that we have no control over. Alright, a little extra luck. Not sure what that does. Maybe crits. Maybe some kind of dodging. So we took a hit from a Skelly, I think. And we get a chest here. So more medium. Okay. Let's go Trail of Fire this time. So in these games, there's the question. Do you build tall or do you build wide? Like, is it better to get a bunch of different skills at level 1 that maybe have some synergies? Or is it better to get one skill that's really good maxed out as quickly as possible? Might have been good to kind of hug that shrine for like boss time or something. So I'm guessing the stamina lets me just infinitely dash, is what I was trying to say. Can't quite tell if those
What kind of
guys
legend would it be without some fire and mayhem?
give more experience. Can't quite tell. So what do you have for me? An adept version of Vengeful Strike. We have very little burning right now. Let's go for Vengeful Strikes. Right now our auto attacks feel super weak. Because they are. Alright. We've taken quite a bit of damage and we're taking more. Let's see if we can find a point of interest that maybe heals us. Nothing at the Fallen Hero. Whoa, what the heck is this? Shrine of Hunting. The hunt never stops. Gained plus 8% attack critical chance. Your attacks hits have a 30% chance to recharge a dash. Let's take the movement speed. Yeah, now we're stuck. Oh my god. I was about to say, where the heck are our chains, man? Yeah. Okay. Not the best showing in the beginning here. But that's alright. We're picking up stuff. We're picking up armor. We're picking up additional gods helping us. Getting closer. We almost certainly need to make a little more progress. I didn't equip my breastplate. What was I thinking? I was going to say, we almost certainly need to make a little more progress before we get access to other stuff. Other characters. And whatever other mechanics in the game are waiting to be unlocked. Let's go back in. Let's try to dodge a little bit of this time. Those slimes exploding are pretty crappy. And when it starts getting hectic like that, I think I just need to probably turn my auto attack on. And in the beginning, it's probably smart also to use our dashes to get into combat as quickly as possible.
You've been enlisting a lot of help from the others, haven't you?
She's cool.
I bet he wouldn't expect his own tools against him, though. Mind if I join?
I forget what the name of this type of, like, Day of the Dead Hispanic style that is. I forget what that's called.
Yeah, I'm Mort, Death's daughter. But I'd really like to see him defeated nonetheless. Personal reasons.
Mort, that's such a good name. What do you got for me, Mort? Deadly Strike. Your attacks become stronger and resolve cursed statuses. Let's alt that. Affected takes 66 damage after 1.6 seconds. Cursed damage scales 3x from spell damage bonuses. Okay. Okay. Whenever you kill an enemy, there's a chance that it spawns a weak experience shard. Cursed enemies have a higher chance of dropping experience shards. This could be good to snowball us into being strong. And then Sickles of Mort. Every few attack hits, shoot out sickles. They deal damage equal to a percentage of your attack damage and apply your attack statuses. These are both cool. I think this has a chance to propel us into the late game. I think these are all, once again, we need the synergies. Let's see if we can keep an eye out for these weak shards. I think the blue one was a weak shard. It's going to be very helpful once we learn what all those do. Let's make hay while the sun is shining.
Make them feel the heat. Those of them that can, anyway.
Okay. Let's go Breath of Fire for some AoE. Yeah, that's sick. That'll clear a nice path in front of us. What do you do? 100x damage, huh? And a well that we will not be tapping until we are in need. Sure, let's take the burning. Let's try not to get hit. We got hit anyway. We're ducking and weaving, man. Muhammad Ali would be proud. It woke me up because of you. Love a game like this with a sense of humor. Alright, let's not make the same mistake as last time. Let's get a little movement speed, a little armor. We don't know how much armor and things like that really affect just yet. Right now, we're at 14.5% damage reduction. Gaining more armor does not give you more or less effective life per point. Okay. That's worth knowing. It's always something you have to figure out in a game like this. Is what, how does the armor work? You raise skeletons when you kill a number of enemies. Skeletons raised from cursed enemies last longer. I want all of this. This will help me to continue scaling. But like I said, this is our first time playing. I'm not trying to be a min-max Marty and like geek out over the numbers too much. I'd rather see what all the abilities do. And then when we understand the game at a kind of a broader level, we'll be able to make better choices. Because we'll have seen more of the game. Alright, we have an army of the dead. I love it. Love being a necromancer in games. I tried the last Diablo game. I thought it sucked. Played a necromancer character. Oh god, what?
You're so intertwined with time itself that it's really hard to get a read on your fate, hero.
This would be past, present, and future, I'm guessing. See the scissors. Hercules, the animated movie, is one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just animated Disney movies, I'm talking like favorite movies. I love that movie. That's like my childhood all wrapped up. And these three young ladies look very different. They're also like weirdly cat ladies. I don't know. They look very different from the old crones in that particular
Will you
film.
fail or succeed? Or maybe it'll be one of the others. Oh, sorry. They haven't arrived for you yet. But it would be a shame to see you fail. Perhaps we could fudge the numbers a little.
Yeah, hook me up. Okay, so these characters here, these goddesses, if you will, they appear to give me more flat buffs. Not so much like spells, exactly. Like, this just gives me a wider hit area. This gives me, you know, a crit chance. This gives me pickups. Let's grab Critical Strike. I don't think you can really go wrong with any of those. Maybe there's some synergy. I don't know if by pickups it means experience. If that's the case, then that synergizes heavily with the spell that I've already gotten, which gives me additional experience to pick up. So you'll notice I'm kind of hovering near the health shrine. I'd like to go out and find more stuff, but I'd also like to try to find a boss and kill it when it appears to me. So if you've never played these games before, you see at the top center we have a time. So 3 minutes. Every enemy is pretty much, if it works the same way as the other ones, they're all scaled to time.
The path to victory is littered with the fallen.
So at 3 minutes, I'm guessing the shield guys show up, you know, yada yada, you get the idea. So Chains of War was very good last time. I'm tempted to try something new here. We have blades once again, as well as shurikens. So enemies you hit shoot out rupturing shurikens. We get 2 projectiles off that. Let's try... I mean, that sounds cool, obviously. Let's try blades, though. I mean, that looked dope. I may be too old to say stuff like dope. I don't know. At 34, I feel too old. Oh, no. Starting to take a little damage. Probably going to pop the spring. Let's see if it's a regenerative effect or a insta-heal. And it appears to be regeneration. Just fine with me. So, lifelink. Your dash drains enemies, healing you if you are below a certain life threshold. What's the threshold? 30%. So it still damages them, I presume? Yeah. So, ravens. Spawn ravens that attack enemies applying curse. So, we want to apply curse because we get more skeletons. I mean, this is more synergistic with what we have. And I also think our extra experience shards drop more from cursed enemies. So this is very synergistic. This, however, might keep my noob self in the fight longer. I want the other two, though. It looks cool as hell. The drain life, that is. Now we need to survive the dreaded slime wave. Curious whether or not experience decays if it sits on the ground without being picked up. Good. Get them all behind us. That's what we want. Man. Taking some damage, huh? Burning enemies leave a fire. I want more instances of burning, I think, before I get this. This is very good. Let's get Meteor Shower Adept. Just get it already leveled, essentially. And if we get low, we're hoping that Drain Life will kick in and keep us alive. Alright, we survived the slimes. As we should. Let me make sure. Okay, I just want to double check, make sure I don't have any equipment that I'm not equipping. I think this is probably a good moment for us to explore and try to get more points of interest. I think that gives us a third dash. Alright, let's go take out this elite. Ooh, what do we have near? More from Crom, God of Conquest. Crawl. Crawl, that's what it is. With Kevin Sorbo. What a terrible movie. Anyway, feel free to look that up if you guys used to watch Hercules Legendary Journeys ever back in the day on Sci-Fi. So we have blades we can upgrade, Bloodlust. You gain attack speed for each ruptured enemy. I'm sure we have a few ruptured enemies thanks to blades. And you deal more damage to enemy barriers. You know, I think we're fighting a guy right now with a barrier. I don't know how valuable that is. I think I'm more tempted to double the blade count, which in a way is doubling the DPS of that skill. I think that's the move. I will say, blades does make it kind of hard to see. Oh no, I walked into a pillar. Where the attacks are coming from. Alright, we got him. Now I need help. I need to find another point of interest. We already have Greaves. I'm going to keep it moving. Bonfire. What do you do again? Extra max life. Man, panicking with the dash is super deadly. Gotta live. Your spell damage is increased. I mean, that's just a flat 8% damage to all of our things. This is cool and all. It starts attacking you, so they don't have to hit me. Let's see how often that procs. Because we also, you know, we get bonuses from burning. Oh my god, it took some damage there that we didn't need to take. Okay, so the big guys, without being elites, they're not really dropping anything special for us. I think we really need to search out these points of interest for healing. Oh, no. Alright, these appear to be the bosses, as they have names. And I think we're dead here if we spam our dashes incorrectly. I'm in old man focus mode. Ah, I dodged the wrong way. Ah. Progress. Progress. We saw additional gods. I mean, that was all good stuff, guys. We saw the first bosses at least. And what is this? We've unlocked potentially a new character, it seems. Some sort of fire mage. I love it. I did not expect a living guardian at death's gates. With a little cutie emoji. I'm no guardian. Just went out for some fresh air. I was told to expect others. I suspect you are the first to come. First to come? What are you talking about? It might take me a while to explain everything. So, you want me to go down there with the hourglass? Only one can wield it. Good luck. Sweet. Can we talk to you? Go see what's going on here. And we're getting close to wrapping up, guys. We're going to see whatever this is all about if we get some additional dialogue. And then I'm going to talk for a minute about why I've been derelict in producing content for the channel. Wow, he teleported. Before we go, just for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, I definitely feel like I owe you some manner of explanation and a chance to really talk about what's coming up. So yeah, these are all night specific. Okay, and these symbols here are the characters. Got it. All right, so guys, we will leave off here today with our new character. And just real quick before we go, let me see something real quick. Let's go to the audio. Let's just drop the master audio down all the way, that way I can hear myself think. Yeah, there we go. So guys, why did I stop making videos? Just the honest, truest answer is I was super, super busy. I was also incredibly stressed out, and having extra things on my list of things to do every day, I cut quite a few things from my lists. For those of you who don't know me very well, once again, my name is Brett. I am... Well, I don't know how much of my... I'm not trying to give like a, I don't know, like a Tinder bio or something. But I'm a father. I'm a full-time college student. I'm medically retired from the Army. I train jiu-jitsu almost every day if I can. I help teach kids classes. I have a part-time job for the college as a research assistant slash teaching assistant. I... have a girlfriend that I try to spend as much time with as possible. For instance, last night we saw Napoleon. 7 out of 10 if you're curious, in my humble opinion. And I also love making YouTube videos and playing video games. And it just got to this point where like everyone was kind of asking a million things from me, and I was asking a million things from myself. And I had to cut something. And I can't cut spending quality time with my kids. I have 2 kids. I'm not going to cut spending quality time with my lady. Jiu-jitsu is a passion of mine that keeps me physically fit, which I desperately need. School obviously is super high on my priority list. I'm getting very close to graduating. I've got 1 semester left. I'm almost finished this semester. I've got one semester left, and it's basically just one where I take a big exam to decide whether or not I get my degree. So I'm basically done. After this semester, I have very little left to do to get my graduate degree. And then from there, life is my oyster. I've got a bunch of other things and goals and dreams and stuff that I want to accomplish. But it was hard for me to be like very well balanced. And I think most of you probably understand what I'm talking about. I'm a pretty organized person, but I'm also a person that really values being alone and having my free time. And I wasn't giving myself that at all. And even when I was alone, I felt pressure to come and sit in front of a microphone and talk. And I wasn't feeling it. Being super stressed trying to finish some like 20-page paper on some crazy subject, that I only half know. Then sitting here and then trying to make a YouTube video on a video game I've never played before. And then the video game, I'm not very good at it. And then it sucks. And then I'm like, oh man, I don't know. You can definitely, if you try to take on too many hats in your life, you can definitely feel like you're letting people down when you're not giving your best effort to each thing. And that's what I felt like. I don't like being a C student in 10 different things. I'd rather try to be at least a B student and just a few different things that I really care about. So I had to make cuts. YouTube was one of those cuts. I feel like I'm starting to have, as the holiday season comes around, a little more time to make a few videos. I'm going to make probably, let's say, 6, 7, 8 of these Death Must Die videos, just so you have some good expectations going forward of what you'll see on the channel. I also will probably play some, backpack battles. I've been playing that in my free time as a bit of a stress reliever. Both of these games, Backpack Battles, Death Must Die, are very kind of like turn your brain off and just chill, which is why I've chosen them. When I got back from Japan, I tried to boot up Shogun Total War, if you guys have ever played that. But once again, that's a little more, I have to use more of my brain. I don't want to use my brain. I want to chill. So expect to see maybe those 2 games on the channel for the next couple weeks. And then I'll probably go into a bit of a recluse status again. While I just kind of finish everything up, the holidays, Christmas, spending time with the family. But I do hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys also have a good Christmas coming up and New Year's as well, and whatever other holidays you may celebrate. But once again, I'm Brett. Channel's Goodtalk Gaming, and as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.